Good evening, everyone. My name is Shraddha, and I welcome you all on behalf of Ballet Initiatives and Carmel High School. Today, with me, I have five teachers from Carmel High School representing the panel for all the other teachers as well. And also, I have Meenal, who is the Chief Learning Officer at Valid Initiatives. So today is a day of celebration. Teachers, today is your day. So let's begin this day with the Guru Shloka. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So the meaning of this shloka is Guru or teacher is the representative of Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the organizer, and Shiva, the destroyer. He creates and sustains knowledge and destroys the weeds of ignorance. I salute such a Guru. I salute all the teachers on this panel today. Teachers nourish and mold students. They are the real icon of knowledge and wisdom. They create awareness. They are the source of light in the world that has been darkened due to ignorance. Our teachers are the true pillars of our success. They help us garner knowledge, improve our skills, grow confidence, as well as they help us to choose the right path. But despite playing such a crucial role in the lives of students and in national building, they rarely are shown the gratitude that they deserve. And my dear students, today is the ideal opportunity to do so. So let's all express our gratitude by celebrating them today in the session. I would like to now play a video by Roshan Sir from Carmel High School.
Greetings to all the parents, students, and teachers of Carmel High School. Yet another important event in the calendar of the school that is now being celebrated in the now acceptable, normal way, the online way. It is an important event and of great reverence too. The Teachers' Day, the Gurus, the teachers of our life. This pandemic has separated a lot of people. It has separated friends, siblings, parents, grandparents, and students and teachers. Yet, our teachers are doing their best to stay connected with their students through the online presentation of lessons. And students on their part, I'm sure, are also staying in touch with their teachers by listening to these videos and being in touch with their teachers. This is the greatness of a student-teacher relationship. On this day, as we celebrate Teachers' Day, just as we have our frontline warriors to fight the pandemic, COVID, we have our teachers as the education warriors to ensure that the teaching learning continues. On this great day of our teachers, on behalf of the management, I express my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation for everything that they do in the field of education. In a way, most parents are also now home tutors, teachers in your own right to your children. To you all as well, I wish you all a very happy Teachers' Day. My dear students, it is unfortunate that you are still not able to meet and greet with your teachers physically. But I know deep down you are all very grateful to your teachers for having sown the seed of education all these years. I'm sure in return today, where normally we would have had a celebration by you students, you will promise your teachers to study well even in this situation. I wish you all the very best as you take on this learning system, and I hope that we will all meet at school shortly. To you all, once again, my dear teachers, on behalf of everyone, I wish you all a very happy Teachers' Day. And to all of you watching this video, Please continue, as there's a lot more to be presented to you all. Thank you all and have a nice day.
I truly resonate with what Roshan sir has just mentioned in the video, that teachers are truly education warriors. And not only teachers, but parents watching this video. I'm sure you would have homeschooled your children as well. So both teachers and parents, I strongly believe, are education warriors in this pandemic. So, children, while you are watching this video, what comes to your mind when you think of the word teacher? If your parents are around, you can share the answer with them, or you can write it in a book and share it with your teacher when you meet her and go to school. So, I'll share with you what comes to my mind when I think of a teacher. A teacher takes a hand, opens a mind, and most importantly, touches a heart. Why is Teachers' Day celebrated? In India, September 5th is celebrated as Teachers' Day to honor teachers for their contribution in shaping the lives of students. 5th September is also the birth anniversary of Bharat Ratna recipient Dr. Radhakrishnan. He was the first vice president and the second president of India post independence. Dr. Radhakrishnan became President of India in 1962. He was approached by some of his friends and students who requested him to allow them to celebrate his birthday on 5th September. And guess what happened as Teachers' Day? Such a request coming from the President of India clearly showcased that Dr. Radhakrishnan's affection and dedication for teachers is marvelous. From then onwards, India celebrates Teachers' Day on September 5th. Here is some trivia for all of you. In Sanskrit, Guru word is made up of two root words, Gu and Ru. Guru means darkness and Ru means remover. Globally, Teachers' Day is celebrated on 5th October in India. We celebrate on 5th September from 1962 onwards. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan is one of the most renowned writers in contemporary India. Now let's watch a video which talks about how a world would be without teachers.
That's what you're gonna ask her too?
That's a hard question.
A world without teachers.
What would the world be like without teachers?
Chaos.
Sad, because I won't learn anything.
The younger generation wouldn't have anyone to look up to learn from.
Walk around ignorant.
I mean, we could keep the teachers, but just no homework. That'd be pretty cool.
Everybody would be going cuckoo and we wouldn't know anything.
I think that is the scariest thought that anyone could ever have.
I think it will be craziness just because I feel like teachers are, besides our parents, the first people we meet who like shape who we become.
I haven't always been like the best student throughout my whole life.
I was always in trouble.
I had suffered 3 Fs and I realized like, oh, well, I need to fix that, you know?
4th grade was over. I'm here 5th grade, we graduate, 6th grade. Hey, Miss Gonzalez, how you doing? And then she's like, oh yeah, I heard these are your grades. What's going on in that science class? Like, she was like totally just keeping up. And I just felt like, whoa, like something's different about that.
Gave me the time of day mostly. It was very it was very engaged in stuff that I was doing. Even though I was in detention, I was still learning.
And she was the one teacher who really saw a lot in me to make me feel like I wasn't the kid that other teachers were saying.
And there was a point where I said, okay, I'm gonna fail my French class because I haven't been there. So I haven't done any homework. I'm just gonna drop out before I fail. And then she specifically came to me and said, no, I'm gonna work out a deal with you so that if you stay, you won't fail.
If we didn't do good at school, she would chew you out, but she'll always give you a chance to make it up. You know what I mean? She'll never put you low standard and just leave you there. You know, and that's one thing I like about teachers. You know, You know, they won't leave you behind.
You know, and when I got accepted into colleges, the first thing I thought is like, I better go. And I better go and tell her. I'm gonna be like, guess what? I got into Penn State, I got into a UC, I got into all these colleges.
Actually inspired me to pursue political science.
She's basically the one that taught me to just keep trying.
I can accomplish more than I probably think I can. I felt it, like she didn't have to do that, but it made the difference.
You see, I'm getting emotional, because like, she's great, you know? Give me a minute. I wouldn't be here without her, you know? And I'd like to thank her so much for that. Thanks, Ms. Richter, you know? Hope you see this, and I hope you know that you mean a lot to me, you know, you're really important. And yeah.
What was your teacher's name again?
Mr. Marable.
It's Mr. Elmore.
Shout out Mr. Benedum.
Miss Harris.
Her name was Casey Crocker.
She just exhibited like such a raw passion for teaching. It made me want to teach. Like, I want to do that for people. Like, that's a beautiful thing. So yeah.
So for me, a world without teachers is a world without learning. And it's kind of horrendous to imagine such a world, right? So what is it like while you watch the video, after you watch the video, what is it for you? Think about it. How does it feel without a world of teachers? Here are some more questions that you can write or share with your parents while you are watching this video. What do you think about the video? Can you think of a world without teachers? And what is the fond memory that you have of your teacher? So I had this teacher in grade 3. Her name was Miss Medora, and she was such a motherly figure. Apart from being a teacher, she would also be a mother to all her students. So this is one of my fondest memories with her. What she would do is every time after lunch break, all the students would sit, and this was in grade 3. We, as a culture of the class, we had to keep our tiffin boxes open and they had to be empty. So she ensured that we ate our lunch all by ourselves. And yeah, teachers are mothers too. Teachers encourage minds to think, hands to create, and hearts to love. Now we have a very special section by a special person, teachers who shaped lives during the lockdown. There are so many teachers who are going an extra mile to bring a smile on the students and to ensure that they are learning. We'll be sharing about 7 such teachers. So, Meenal, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Shraddha. If you could share the slide.
Yes.
We'll only look at 7 of them, but I know for a fact that there are lots and lots of teachers around the country and the world who are doing way more than what is expected of them to ensure that this learning does not stop for all of their students. So there is one such teacher from Kerala, Sarita Vijay Kumar. She's a senior Hindi teacher at the Marthoma Public School in Kakanad, Kerala. What she did was she created a WhatsApp group with 35 of her grade 9 students. And during the entire lockdown period, she was actually giving them farming lessons for free. Nothing to do with the curriculum. And she only came up with this idea to ensure that the children don't really get bored sitting at home, you know, with uncertainty of when the lockdown is going to be lifted. The next one is Mr. Munir Alam from Kashmir. He's a mathematics teacher and who wakes up at 4:30, drives to the old town area in Srinagar with a whiteboard stand, and then walks 500 meters into the green cover of the forest. Here he conducts what he calls an open-air mathematics class, which attracts many students in and around the town and even from outside. He also ensures that these classes are conducted early in the morning so that the students can return home before the sun gets really bright and hot. Another example is of Meena Ramanathan from Tamil Nadu. She's a government school teacher at the Panchayat Union Primary School. She makes videos to teach her students. What she did in one such video was, instead of just teaching the regular way, the local language, which is Tamil, she used it in a song and dance format. And I think the kids really enjoyed that. And even besides the regular curriculum, she also does a lot of extracurricular activities with her students throughout online. The next is Pooja Sankhe from Mumbai, Maharashtra. She's a teacher in Bandra East School. Last year, she also got the Best Teacher Award. So she used the help of technology. We've all heard of Alexa, right? So she uses Amazon Alexa in her classes. And in her words, she says, I share different designs which can be made into colorful drawings and music for meditation purposes. Since most of the children live in tiny shanties and slums, and they're used to, going out of their house a lot, but because of the COVID pandemic, they have to be kept indoors. And how she does that is through the Amazon Alexa app, and she's received a lot of acclaim for her project, in which she installed Alexa inside a mannequin, which is like a statue, along with certain speakers to make it like a robot. And she conducts her activities through Alexa. She also started another activity called Tell Your Mom, where she encourages students to actually describe how their entire day was in English. So they get the practice of speaking English regularly. The next one is Mr. Kufayat Hussain from Leh, a mathematics teacher. He actually tested positive for coronavirus. Even though he's asymptomatic, he's at the Mahakaruna Charitable Hospital. But what he didn't want to do was discontinue his online classes with his students. So he converted his entire isolation ward into a classroom where he interacts with his students through the Zoom app and other social media platforms like WhatsApp. Initially, he says he was worried and tense because of the infection itself, but the warm approach by all the doctors and nurses at the hospital towards all the patients changed his perception and boosted his own confidence and spirits that he can fight this and continue his most favorite job, which is teaching. What he does is he sends 2 videos daily on his YouTube channel and also conducts live classes on Zoom. He ensures that he answers all his students' queries. He did get a lot of help and support from the principal and the school management to get the relevant permissions to continue these classes from the isolation ward. Another one takes us back to our connection with the radio. So there's a place in Uttar Pradesh called Hathras. Students there cannot really access online virtual classes, right, because of the internet issues. Speaking to Hindustan Times when they took his interview, Mr. Hemant Katara, who's the headmaster of the Model English Medium Primary School, said, the radio program only aims at improving access to quality education for not only the students who are inside the school, but also outside in government elementary schools across Uttar Pradesh. So they're using all these interactive radio instructions to deliver English lessons and teach material on air. Along with this, they also promote child-centric practices out of their classrooms, ensuring that the participation of parents is as much as that of the students. It not only helps the retention rates of the students to increase, it also improves the teaching quality and the learning outcome. Last, but definitely not the least, is a teacher from Kolkata, Mr. Subrata Pati. He's a history teacher who moved from Kolkata to his native village in Ahanda, West Bengal during the lockdown. But he didn't resign from his job as a teacher and ensured that he could try and take online classes on his phone. But the fluctuating network in this remote area interfered with his flow and he could not do it very, very effectively. So then he came up with a Jugadu solution. He climbed atop a neem tree where the signal was very good, it was reliable, and he started conducting classes from there. In his words, I couldn't shrug off my responsibility as a teacher. The internet network here is so patchy, but I had to find a solution. There are times that it's really hot and the urge to go to the toilet also bothers me, but my students come first. There are storms and thunderstorms at times which do damage the platform, but I try and fix it the next day. In his words again, under no circumstance I want my students to be inconvenienced, which is what he said to Times of India in an interview. And days when he has to conduct classes for 2 hours, he also carries food and water with him. These are just a few of the magnificent work that teachers across India have been doing in the lockdown and are continuing to do it for the next couple of months also. We will now move on to the panel discussion with our esteemed teachers on this panel from Carmel High School. So let me begin by welcoming you all again and hoping to get some wisdom, insights, as well as your experiences about what it is to be a teacher, especially discussing some of the challenges that each of you may have faced and are continuing to do so in this era of online education. So the first question is, why did you choose to be a teacher? And how does it feel being a teacher right now? I want to ask this question first to Ms. Sarla and then to Ms. Lakshmi.
Meenal. Thank you, Meenal. I feel in the world of engineers, pilots, astronauts, and scientists, teaching is the most powerful and noble profession. A teacher's influence on the child does not end at the doorstep of the classroom. It actually begins outside it. I'm not in a cliched profession. I'm rather in a vocation influencing the lives of millions till eternity. To me, it is like reliving my childhood, reliving my motherhood, and keeping the process of learning, unlearning, and relearning continuing for ever and ever. I chose to be a teacher because teaching, to me, I felt it's a mission, a movement to bring about a change in a student's life. The love and affection, the respect that students shower on a teacher who is able to inspire them by example in all spheres, I feel far surpasses the joy that wealth can bestow. This is the only profession which makes the person step into the student's foothold. Like I meant to say, you visit a doctor and a patient are two different identities. A lawyer and his client are two different identities. But in teaching, it is not teacher versus student. It is a student versus another student. Both of them exchange their learning. And that's how there is no stagnation in this teaching learning process. To sum it up, I would say that it's a practice which gives me immense joy and pride, a sense of satisfaction and contentment that I have made a difference in somebody's life. So as an individual also, I feel I grow every day as a teacher. I have imbibed many qualities such as empathy, being human, and to create that power of self-belief in every student that he or she is a unique masterpiece. And I thank them that they believe in us, that we equip them enough to face the challenges of life.
Thank you so much for your words, Ms. Sarla. Ms. Lakshmi, could you share your thoughts with us, please?
Yes, ma'am. Well said, Sarla, ma'am. I completely agree to most of the points which you have shared. Why did I chose to be a teacher is, the first is, it is my own teacher who has inspired me to become a teacher. Second, of course, it's my passion to impart knowledge. And third, what else do I need when I can touch lives and bring in a change? I'm proud to be a change maker. As simple as that. Thank you.
Brilliantly said, both of you all. Thank you so much for your thoughts. You are all changing lives every single day. So the next question is, if you could share some of the best moments of your journey of being a teacher. I'd like to ask Ms. Deepa to share her views on this, please.
Hello, everyone. See, as a teacher, there have been as many cherishable moments, and there are in quite to mention a few in that in some of the special moments. I have to mention one incident which happened quite recently in one of my class. Actually, my class was making a huge noise, and one of my superior noticed this, and she came to me, and she was, a bit upset, and she advised me to manage the class. She was a bit loud, and my class overheard that, and I was also upset and left my classroom angrily without talking to my children. To my astonishment, after some time, all my children came to my staff room, started pleading and crying, requesting me to come back to class. And they were just apologizing, and they were telling that there will be no more such misbehaviors and all. That was during lunchtime, which this incident happened, and they to tell you that they were literally they were all starving, and they didn't even had their lunch, and they were just waiting for me to join them. And that was really a surprise for me, and they took me so seriously, and I felt so happy. And then I realized that they have understood their mistake, and they became so united to bring me back. And that was one such moment, and they wrote letters to me, and literally they were just crying and pleading. And all my colleagues also, they joined me, and they were also literally surprised to see that moment. So this was one moment I wanted to share, and there are many such moments to share, but I think it takes lots of time. So I think this one moment I would like to share with you all.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Ms. Deepa. Ms. Sarla, would you like to share some highlights and moments?
Deepa, I feel we can write one epic on this.
Definitely.
This
Definitely.
time would be very short to recall the many moments which we have to cherish with our children. Because I feel every child is a surprise package for us. And if you think the past experiences will act as a constitution to interact with the next batch, then no. Every new academic year, every child initiates a new beginning, a new perspective, and an all new experience. What I remember the most is a student trying to imitate me in the classroom and trying to teach the classmates. And when these tiny tots come to us with a spark in their eyes and express with joy that, ma'am, I have made it. It's not that they have scored 90, they have just surpassed one minimum score which was expected from them. And sometimes when they display the values which we have tried to instill in them, and then they come back to us the next day and tell us, ma'am, I have helped somebody to cross the road today. So these are the moments I feel as teachers we always cherish. There are many more to add on. So since time is a constraint, I'll take an off here.
Thank you, Ms. Sarla. Proud moments for all of you all as teachers. My next question is actually, I think all of you teachers are going through it, and we wanted to understand a bit more on how this pandemic has affected you as a teacher. What are the difficulties that some of you or all of you may be facing right now? Could I request Ms. Caroline to please share her thoughts on this? Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. This pandemic has really affected all of us, and most of us were not able to meet our relatives. We all had to cancel our trips going abroad. I was to go abroad to visit my mummy and my sister. All was cancelled. And most saddening about this pandemic was when one of my best friends died. I was not able to go and see her for the last time. So this pandemic has caused a drastic thing for us in our life. This teaches us how to slow down our work, how to move along, how to slow down our work. It teaches us. Thank you.
Thank you. I would now want to request Ms. Rama to also share her views.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Actually, I feel lost because of this pandemic. Uh, we are cut off. Carmel is a family, like it is a family for me and for all of us. I am from Hyderabad and I don't have any relatives, and my colleagues are only my friends and my family. Other than that, so sometimes I go insane sitting at home, and I miss that prayers which we take part in the school, and the corridors where we interact with each other, with my colleagues, share our feelings and ups and downs on that particular day, whatever we have got. And it's nice nowadays. Since past 2 weeks we are going to school, so that is a happy moment for all of us that we are able to meet our colleagues. On a positive note, yeah, we have upgraded ourselves, but when we are teaching lessons, like we send videos to the students. Now I want to come towards the students part of it. We don't know, we don't have that emotional connection which we had when the school was there. So that is the greatest thing that we are missing, and we don't know whether they understood or no what we have sent, and we also feel that we are unable to reach the slow learners. If it is a classroom situation, then I think then and there we can clear their doubts and we can help them out. But that is not happening right now because of this pandemic. Though they clear their doubts by asking questions or whatever it is, but personal interaction is not. So that has affected us a lot. And I miss many activities that we were doing when the classrooms were going on, like jigsaw or think, pair and share, or like that. Many educational activities which we were practicing, most of us were practicing in the school, that we are missing it out. I think we need to learn with new techniques, use it in the virtual classroom. So,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your words. So it's important to also remember that our teachers are also individuals who have personal lives and families, and we must never forget all the work and be grateful for all of that they are doing, especially as Ms. Rama said, getting used to the new technologies also is a huge, huge thing that they're doing. My next question is, if you could share some of the learnings that you remember from your own teacher, and please do share those with us. Ms. Caroline, if you could let us know your thoughts. I'm sorry, you are on mute.
Oh, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, ma'am.
Ma'am, it'll be very unjust for me to share my thoughts only about one particular teacher all through my schooling. So what I think all my teachers, I should be loving, some were having the motherly warmth in them. Some were strict, and with that strictness, they brought out the best in me, ma'am. When we were not able, to learn Kannada, we struggled to learn Kannada, learn the poems. But when the teachers kept us back with that sternness and strictness, they kept us back. It brought out the best in us, and we learned that poem and we gave it up to them. We wrote the poem and we gave it up to them. So I will appreciate all my teachers. I will not say one or two, but I will appreciate all my teachers. And hats off to all my teachers.
Wow, that's great. Ms. Deepa, would you also like to share some memories?
Yeah, definitely, Meenal. And as I also agree with Carolyn, ma'am, it is so difficult to take one teacher's name, and each and every step there is a person or there is a teacher who guide us and who mold us. So probably to become a teacher, it's been influenced by my own class teacher who molded me and who taught me so many things. So it would, like, as a child we always enact our teacher and see them as our role models. So, and I have learned from my teachers how to be more understanding, compassionate, and yet be strict while imparting our knowledge. So this is what I want to share, and I express my gratitude to my gurus and my teachers in this forum also. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much. Ms. Lakshmi, if I could ask you a question on what is the most satisfying thing about being a teacher, could you please share your thoughts on that?
Definitely. It's a very interesting question indeed. The most satisfying thing being a teacher is I have the power to change a raw child into a responsible citizen. I strongly believe in it. And I take pride in serving the society. And moreover, I strongly believe that no one else can serve the society better than a teacher. And also, it is rightly said, if you want to destroy a nation, the best way is to damage the education system. That's the power of a teacher, and I strongly believe in it. I'm proud to be a teacher.
Thank you. Very, very passionate words indeed. Ms. Deepa, if you could also share what is the most satisfying thing about being a teacher, please.
Yeah, definitely. See, I feel teacher as a profession is always satisfying, whenever you see any children whom you have taught, they have achieved their goals or they have become successful in their own lives. So it is even more satisfying when such children come back to us and they express their gratitude for their success and therefore achievements. And when they show their gratitude, so you feel very proud and pride that yes, you have somewhere you have touched somebody and molded them and made their lives. So thank you so much, and this is what I wanted to share.
Beautiful. Thank you.
I wish to add on to what Deepa said.
Yes, please.
Generally, when we have the parent-teacher meetings, these parents come up to us, Madam, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. So, that is the most satisfaction point, saying the parents have the confidence that the child is in the right hand where the child will be molded.
Yeah, very true, Sarla. When parents also come and show their gratitude, so you feel that yes, somewhere you have touched, you touched their lives and you have made them or you have given them a nice shape and molding.
It's like the teacher's word is a word from the Bible.
Thank you for that. Ms. Rama, if I could ask you, with this, ever-changing technology and online education and so many new apps and platforms like Vedantu, Byju's, and 1,000 more, what is the future of a teacher look like? If you could share some thoughts, please.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, the traditional classroom is going to be changed into a virtual classroom. I know already it has changed, but I think most of it will be virtual classroom. And teacher's role will be only the guide on site. Like, she will be only a facilitator. Like we don't need to teach what is there in the textbooks. We have to upgrade ourselves and teach something which is out of textbooks and show them a way, like they will learn everything from the internet. Now they know how to use all the technology and they're more upgraded than us. They have learned much. So we have to only guide them to see on which website they should go, or and even Byju's or Vedantu is teaching what we are able to teach. So that is it. So we have to be very much in par with the technology that we have right now. That is the first thing. Accept the change that is happening. That is most important. Most of the teachers, they find it very difficult to shift from traditional classroom teaching to virtual classroom teaching, okay, with technology. Though in our school we are using smart class, still some of us still follow the older techniques of teaching. Yeah, this is most important for all of us. And we can use, I want to give you one example of epistemic games that are being introduced right now, where students can play the role of a model, of the role model, like an engineer or like Modi, and they're given a task and they have to solve it themselves. And this connectivity of playing that role makes them to think very creatively. So, and they become very innovative, and this helps them to grow very well.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your thoughts. Ms. Sarla, would you like to also share your thoughts on this, please?
But Rama, don't you feel that learning, teaching only with technology, is it okay? because I feel a human touch is always a necessity.
Yeah, even I
agree
do.
that future. I agree that future is in the hands of a machine.
Yeah,
I must say that.
I do agree with what you said, because the previous question I have mentioned, I don't have an emotional touch with my students.
Yes.
And that is the drawback for me as well as for the students. We are slow learners, disabled children, and they come out with so many problems, which actually a teacher will solve without the knowledge of the parents also sometimes. So these things we are missing it. And definitely, I tell you, technology cannot take up the place of a teacher. Okay.
With
So
the
teacher
pandemic, no, what I have seen, the conventional chalk and talk teacher struggling with their laptops and desktops, particularly to master the new age online learning. And myself is a great example, being a Hindi teacher, typing in Hindi and then attaching the YouTube videos was a difficult task for me. It's amazing to see the curiosity awakened in the eyes of teachers. It's just like a school-going kid entering the computer lab for the first time with a lot of excitement and anxiety in his mind as to what this box is going to teach me. So the future for a teacher, according to me, looks very promising and fascinating as they are able to reach out to masses sitting in their homes and make a difference at a global level.
Yes.
Change is constant. I feel the future teacher shall be more confident and more upgraded. She will not limit herself to the school where she is teaching. So, but however, nothing can replace the joy of the school bell, the cheers of the students, the buzz in the campus, which too I am hopeful will be back soon. Technology is no doubt the demand of the millennial age, but human connection is equally imperative for the holistic development of the child.
Thank you so much. Very, very rightly said. And I think all of you teachers have actually proven to us that there is no age for learning, right? And even though it's difficult, none of you all have given up and you all keep trying for excellence. And I think it's a great example for all of your students that you must keep trying and learning new things. Thank you so much for your thoughts. I'd like to just go to the last question for this panel discussion, is if you could just share any examples where you have done something different or gone the extra mile for your students during this pandemic or the last couple of months. Is there something interesting that you all have done to ensure that you all keep that connect and ensure the online class is going on? Any of you all can please answer.
Before we could initiate or get into this online mode, when the 21 days lockdown was announced on March 23rd, that led to the postponement of ICSE and state board exams.
Yes.
And we never knew as to when it will be. And the fear in every teacher, I feel, was that my child will forget whatever we have done throughout the year with them. Now, because the students also lose interest in studies eventually, and parents also had expressed their concern, especially the high school teachers, to keep them on their toes with their syllabus to face the board exam, because the government had announced that just a 15 days time limit will be given and the timetable will be issued. Every teacher, was sending revisions on WhatsApp, calling our special children who needed our attention and motivation. So somehow we have crossed that milestone, and as every year the school received, this year also we had a blockbuster result of 100%. And the students staying at home also have scored centums in subjects. That is really a commendable job by the students as well as the teachers.
I think we should all give a big round of applause to all of you teachers and all the students at Carmel High for this achievement. Any of the other teachers would like to share your thoughts before we end this panel discussion for today? Please feel free.
As Sarla has said, we handle high school, so we have helped the students out by doing revision. But my uncle's driver's daughter, she is studying class 9 and in Telugu medium in Hyderabad. And she couldn't afford classes. So whenever she had doubts, I used to have a WhatsApp call with her and clear her doubts and explain the lessons to her, whichever she found it difficult.
What a beautiful initiative.
Pardon?
I said, what a beautiful initiative. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
that.
Yes.
Anyone
Before
else
we
wants
take a
to?
leave,
Yes.
From this panel discussion, I would like to tell all the children, बच्चों आप ही तो स्कूल की जान है, बच्चों आप ही तो स्कूल की जान है, आप हर टीचर की शान है. इस सेटबैक से हम डरेंगे नहीं और पूरे जोश के साथ हम कम बैक करेंगे. Love you all. God bless you, children.
Thank you. Thank you so much to all the teachers. We now move ahead with our session. Radha, over to you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, teachers. It's been really inspiring to hear your stories. And someone said, a very thought-provoking statement that I've always been thinking about. The future of the country is made in classrooms. By that right, teachers are the foremost nation builders. So thank you so much, nation builders. I have a special video for you all.
Good morning, teachers. This is Arpit Bair, the head boy, wishing you a very happy Teachers' Day. The way you teach, the knowledge you share, the care you take, the love you shower, makes you the world's best teachers. You have guided me when I was lost. You have supported me when I was weak. You have enlightened me all through. Sending my love and warm wishes. May you have a very memorable and happy Teachers' Day. Thank you.
A very good and happy morning to all. I'm Ritika, the head girl. Teachers are who teach us, guide us, inspire us and support us. They not only teach us the curriculum but also life lessons which are embarked in our hearts forever. Being a teacher is the highest privilege, but having a good teacher is a blessing. Dear teachers, thanks for making us what we are today. We will always be thankful for all the hard work and efforts you have put in to educate us. Here's wishing all my wonderful teachers a happy Teachers' Day.
Hello everyone, this is Ashmita, Discipline Leader. A teacher is a guide and a mentor who imparts good knowledge in our life. A teacher takes the best effort in transforming a student into a responsible citizen of our country. There is a saying that teachers are like candles. They burn themselves in order to provide us light, and we in return shine brighter in our future. Thus, I conclude by wishing all my teachers a very happy Teachers' Day and to stay safe and healthy.
Good morning, teachers. This is Sai Kiran, the discipline leader. I miss my school days, especially the class, blackboard, chalk, desk, and of course my friends. But more than these, I miss you all. Previously, we were all waiting for the holidays, but now we are eagerly waiting for the school to start. I miss you all. I now realize the true importance of the teacher. Love you all. And once again, a happy Teachers' Day.
A teacher is the one who helps students acquire knowledge and virtue. As we all know, teaching is the greatest act of optimism. Teaching is the only profession by which other professions are created. By this, we mean that By teaching, a teacher not only creates her future but also creates the future for her students.
Hello everyone, I'm Sanvi N of class 10B, elected as the sports leader. Carmel has been my second home and all the teachers have been my parents like at school. Our beloved DA ma'am, principal ma'am, administrator and every teachers have imparted great knowledge to all the students of every batch. It is a privilege for me for having been taught by all the gurus of this great institution. I would like to thank all the founders, administrators, past and present teachers for giving us great dreams. Finally, I would like to wish all the teachers a happy Teachers Day. Thank you.
Hello teachers, I am Hansika, the cultural leader from 10K. Thank you so much for educating us and teaching us how to live in this world. There may be bad students, but there can never be a bad teacher as far as I've seen in so many years. You have been very hardworking and committed to your duties. Students keep coming and going. You may forget most of them, but we will never forget you. Stay safe, stay happy, keep continuing your good work, and I wish you all a very happy Teachers' Day. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Prerana MN, Student Council, elected as the cultural leader. Today, I would like to wish all my admirable teachers a very happy Teachers' Day. Thank you for all your love and blessings you have showered on us. Thank you for the efforts you put in each and every day to guide and help us through the online session. It takes a big heart to mold little minds. Unfortunately, this year we aren't able to celebrate the Teachers' Day together. However, let's hope for a better 2021. Thank you for all your contributions. Your students will remain grateful for them. Thank you once again. A happy Teachers' Day.
A very happy morning to all. I am Rohan R of Student Council, elected for the position of literary leader. I wish all my teachers a very happy Teachers' Day. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all my teachers for the guidance, advice and teaching, which in turn is helping us to grow day by day. We are blessed to have teachers like you. Thank you teachers for all your inspiration and support.
To the world, you may be just a teacher, but to our students, you are a hero. Good morning to all my lovely teachers. I'm Catherine Matthew, the literary leader. You are the true source of knowledge and wisdom. From the knowledge and the ideas of wisdom taught by you, that one day each one of us will use for the betterment of the society. I would like to extend my gratitude to all my lovely teachers for their selfless service and their dynamic support. You will always remain the irreplaceable piece in the puzzles of our lives. Here's wishing all my lovely teachers a happy Teachers' Day.
So children, if you are watching this video with your parents, if you want to write a note to any of your teachers, it could be a handwritten letter or even an email, do send it across to your teacher and let them know how important they are in your life. You can also write about what makes your teacher special, and if there's any one thing that you wish to imbibe from your teacher in your own life, what would it be? Also try and read about so many different teachers who've done something new, something different during this lockdown. Let's try and read up as much as we can about these inspiring individuals who have gone way more and gone beyond their own limits to try and make sure that education doesn't stop for you all, learning doesn't stop for you all. And we do hope that you all do get to meet your teachers very soon. Till then, let's all appreciate our teachers, feel that gratitude, and we want to share this with all of you teachers here as well in today's session. A big thank you to each and every one of you for all your work, all your efforts, your passion for being a teacher to so many young lives across. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Meenal and Shraddha, for making our day a little more special, especially during this pandemic time. A happy Teachers' Day to all my friends, especially a special Teachers' Day wishes to all the parents, because they are playing a most important role sitting out there at home helping their children to learn. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy Teachers'
Happy
Day.
Teachers' Day. Thank you.
Happy Teachers' Day.
Thank you so much, teachers, for being a part of this session. I know words are not enough to express gratitude towards you, but it's just a small tribute to all of you for being so special and for all the tireless effort that you have taken that extra mile to reach the same knowledge and the learning to all your dear students. Once again, thank you so much and wishing you all a very happy Teachers Day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Generally, we feel there is a communication gap between the child and the parent. And as a parent, I also do feel, my child also feels, Amma, you don't know, you are old. This is something.
Mummy is always dummy. Mummy is dummy.
You are trying to bridge the gap by bringing back those, our traditional culture into the system again. So I should appreciate Valid for that. A commendable job. Hope you continue with this and imbibe those lost moral values back into the education system.